Welcome to Healing Step to Wellness. I'm Dr. J,
I'm May.
your trusted guide to whole person health, one step
And one bite
at a
at a
time.
time.
So,
Okay.
what are we talking about today?
Well, we are going to talk about so many things. I hope that we have enough time to share with our audience. So, just from 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, that we had a fantastic business trip in Europe.
Yes, I had a presentation in Prague. But what would you do in Prague? No, you cannot just go to Prague. So we landed in Vienna. And then we took a train ride to Budapest before going to Prague. But we are not there just to do the sightseeing. We are observing their lifestyle, their food, their movement, and look at their general health like that.
So, I'm very proud. This is the first time we didn't need to rent a car.
That's
And I'm
right.
so glad that we didn't rent a car because it will be redundant. And I'm so impressed how easy it is to get around from not only from city to city, but also from country to country with train, also tram. And then walk. Very easy to walk around, and it's just amazing.
Yeah. So I think there are a few things that really surprised me. I did study abroad in Vienna for 6 months, but there was a few years ago. That's just put it that way. But I totally forgot how you feel like in Vienna. And one thing, there are two things that really surprised me. Number one is smoking.
Yes.
They smoke all over. There was no the smoking area or designated smoking area. It's just over. And the
Yeah.
second thing was how much they enjoy alcohol.
Right.
That's alcohol. But at the same time,
So the alcohol, not only that, I want to piggyback on the smoking as well. So for smoking, also people vaping. And then that's invisible smoke. I'm so afraid to get so closer to them because I don't want to inhale anything. The second smoke from them, and not only that, in the public area, especially in the beautiful park, when also at some the family related activity, there are a whole bunch of kids around. I just I just don't think that's the right thing to do to smoke in the public.
but then it got me wonder why the lifespan in Vienna, in Budapest, why the lifespan is longer than in US. If we talk about their smoking, their alcohol consumption, why they live longer?
Well, you know what? Beside that, well, that's a very good question. It's kind of a puzzle me now. But I also notice a lot of people we saw in these three countries, they majority of them, I'll say the higher percentage of the population are pretty fit comparing to what we see in the US.
Yeah. So I also look into that. When we went to a restaurant, there actually every serving was much smaller than when we have in US.
That's true.
And they do have a lot of vegetables options like that. And another thing is, except the smoking, the environment is actually pretty clean.
Yeah.
There's not
Yeah.
much air pollutions, and they are very concerned about environmental pollutants. And they really don't use the plastic as much as what we are here.
That is true. So let's see our episode here. Maybe we can touch the six house pillars, or you want to add a tail. Another house pillar with it is you already mentioned about is the substance,
Right.
the consumption, the smoke, and also the alcohol. Okay, but the other six house pillar, one of my most favorite one is the nutrition, the food. I love food. So whenever we got in one place, we always look for any place that we can find the delicious but local healthy food. Even though I know this country, people love their authentic food associated with the meat, but we also found several restaurants be able to present beautiful vegetarian, vegan food.
Right.
And I mean, that's a fun part to
I,
find those recipes.
I didn't want to go for vegan.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going all the way there to have a plate of salad.
Mm-hmm.
And we're fortunate that we got a vegan Hungarian restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
And then we also got a vegan Czech restaurant that
Mm-hmm.
was in the 16th century building.
Mm-hmm.
We walk all the way up with a spiraling staircase
Mm-hmm.
all the way to their attic
Mm-hmm.
to have that meal.
So think about this. That was a fun place. So that I think that is in the historical area. So that's a historical building, and this very green small restaurant. They established their restaurant at the very top of the building. So we had to walk very hard, walk up so many stairs up to the roof and enjoy the great food, the great people, and also the great view out of their very top attic.
Right.
That was so
Right.
fun.
So not as I mentioned, the portion was small compared to what we have here. It's small. And it's pretty healthy.
Yeah. And the thing is, we are able to take picture and I am able to replicate that when we come back. So for example, one of the very popular dish from I think Budapest to Prague is a goulash.
Goulash. Even though they
Yeah.
have different type of making, but yeah, it's goulash.
Yeah. And I like the Hungarian paprika, and I mean it's just amazing those flavor from the herb, from the spices, not only very tasty, but also give us a many good reason, health property for us to for a reason to enhance our health as well.
Right, right. So that's the nutrition. And in terms of physical activity, just like you mentioned.
Can I mention? Don't. We cannot complete the nutrition part without talking about the coffee and cafe
Oh,
and those colorful dessert. Oh my gosh, they are just wonderful.
yes, coffee.
And the coffee just a small cup, and you kind of enjoy every single sip. You don't just gobble like what the pop or any drink. It is just a way to enjoy the moment, have a sip, small cup, and pretty much satisfy, set for the day.
Right, right. Yeah.
Okay, you can move on.
The physical activity is very walking friendly. You could walk to a lot of places. And then the public transportation, it's very clean, very green. You can see that they are all using the electricity.
Yeah.
So the streetcars, subway, they are all electricity. Very few carbon footprints over there. And a lot of parks. Now we walk by the Donau River. It's a beautiful river. A lot of green activities. Well, it said there are smoking there, but otherwise you walk a lot, and yeah, that's physical.
And we went to a lot of historical buildings, such as the church, the museum, and it just learned about a lot of history. We also found out a tip from our friend about the Guru Walk.
Walk.
Yes, so that's you want to talk about that?
And that's an app that will provide a free walking tour. You pay them with tips. And so you walk around the city. So that's what we did. We will book one free walk as a general introduction to the city. And then we can spend the rest of the stay there on our own to explore more.
Right. And I think a lot of tour guides are very knowledgeable. They are artists or even teaching the history at college, or they travel around the world. It is fascinating to learn about the local culture, the history, of course, the food again. So I found that we learn a lot, very affordable way to travel.
Well, except we had to do two tours because of Buddha and Pest.
Yeah, that's a fun part. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a physical activity, and in terms of stress management and social networking, I think those two can be combined together.
Right.
Because, for example, like you mentioned, beautiful churches, those historical churches, they all provide the free music programs.
Right.
Every day.
Right. Yeah, even with any concert that requires some admission, but it is very minimal. And to give back to those artists and musicians to support them is so wonderful. And I think that that reflection helped me to think about what can we do in our community to have a very healthy social event, such as support our local music program and also some artist event. That is a great way to enjoy the art, but also to go out about and make a great connection with the people, to have a conversation with anybody. I love to chat with anybody.
I know you do.
And sometimes I did forget what time it was.
Very often, actually. Yes.
Yeah.
And that's an activity. And also, one thing I need to mention is about the food and transportation. Even though they rarely have their own cars. And in terms of shopping, when we went to the supermarket, we rarely saw people with a car full of stuff.
Right.
They shop
That's
at a
true.
minimum too.
Right.
They have their own bag, they shop at a minimum, and they just carry and hop on the tram and go home.
I want to emphasize one thing that you just mentioned earlier. They are very green. They didn't give out any plastic shopping bag.
Right.
Everybody bring their own recycling bag or box or a toy basket. Yeah.
So we wanna let people know that even though we went to Vienna, we did not have their famous Wiener sausage.
No, that's not my best interest, but I think we really enjoy the beautiful historical scenery, and truly it's so relaxing. Even though we were working so hard. We were working
Looking at
so hard.
all the lifestyle tutors to see
Yeah.
how we can incorporate into our teaching, our own experience, everything coming up to ourselves in order for us to show other people.
And that's truly, we're talking about go out about, enjoy the nature well, and that is truly a way to help us manage our stress, let go some of unhappiness, and focus on the positive thought. Also enhance our sleep quality as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Even though we stay by the train station to be convenient, at night I still sleep like a baby.
Sometimes sleep like a dinosaur.
Yeah. But well, that's a very interesting thing though. Even though they had a double bed, two twin beds together.
I know. I think that's a very clever. I just I think I do wanna. Also in terms of the healthy living, how many times that we emphasize that be green and also drink plenty of water.
Yeah.
And remember the place we stayed in Vienna? It's a very simple, clean, but it impressed me is they do have this recycled bottle, and then they have the water dispensing fountain. So
Mhm.
you can check out those bottle and refill the water, continue to use during your stay, and you just return to a basket. They can clean them up and then for the other guests to use. I just love that concept.
Absolutely. Except when you went to a restaurant, they charge you for water.
I know. It's a something that I have to say that is something related to the culture.
Yeah.
Also, we have to some restroom they do charge us to go as well. Yeah.
Yes.
So that's a one thing for people to remember, to remind. But we do encourage you, if you are able to, if you're able to make a trip in Europe, that can be very sustainable self-guided trip. And in order to do that, again, we want to be healthy. We want to be strong so we can walk more and be able to make more trips
Right.
and to see outside of the world.
Right. So let's go back to the purpose, the reason of our trip was my
Yes.
presentation at a diabetic food study group. And so that's just like my training has been all in wound care. It's my first training in Mayo, and got into this lifestyle. And it's always puzzled me when we talk about diabetic foot ulcer, why we just treat the wound there, even though we say, oh, we're not offload the wound, the area. But how about the whole person? If you don't
Right.
look at this person to manage the diabetes, how will we heal the wound or heal the wound fast? And that's why my presentation is always on lifestyle medicine approach to wound management. And there was a presentation.
Right. And I think, from a lot of presentation you have brought to many big conference, hardly has any providers or healthcare professionals really dive deeper into whole person approach, especially address on the nutrition. So you gotta treat a person from inside out.
Right.
Okay. You help people to remind them what is your purpose, that you want to stay healthy. In order to do that, then that's a motivation for you to eat well. And then we need to have the drive to strive to advocate for our own health.
Right.
So
So
continue to do the great work, Dr. J.
it is the first year I got into European conferences. So they don't know me. And then, of course, I think it's a fairly new concept. And so they only get me poster to begin with. And I'm just like, when was the last time I make a poster? I did not make a poster after I finished my first year Mayo. No, 2 decades ago. I had to learn about how to make poster. But no, I'm just going to do it.
Think about it. The connection you have made that also bridge you to your next conference in London, which we are going to take the trip in next week. And we're going to see a lot more healthcare professional surgeons. But beyond, we should continue to advocate for beyond the surgery. What can we do to do more prevention, right?
Right. Prevention and how to use a lifestyle to really manage a wound and then prevent it from recurrence.
Right. So remind the audience that what is a percentage of the common healthcare dollars that we spend on? The 80% of the healthcare dollars spent on the chronic diseases.
Right.
Which are
so this 80% of the healthcare costs are related to chronic conditions. And 80% chronic conditions are really lifestyle related. Now, it's not that everyone, you take care of your lifestyle, you'll be free of chronic diseases. No, just a lot of time, it's just we have the genetic makeup. There sometimes just some accidents happen. But if we take care of our lifestyle, we can really drive down a lot of chronic diseases, and that can lead to our upcoming events.
Right.
So for
No,
example,
hold on. I'm sorry. Before you get into that, can you give a couple examples of what are considered as the chronic diseases?
hypertension, diabetes, cholesterol, like that.
And overweight.
Right. And people say it's genetic. But we have to understand that we share our habits a lot more than just the genes.
Right.
So how many times you say, that's my family recipe?
And then for those chronic diseases, and that contribute some of the reasons that we have those recurring chronic diseases, and kind of say, well, I see my family, my grandparents have a diabetes, and my parents have been, so I am going to have a diabetes. But as you mentioned, family share the recipe for illness. Okay. So this is, and then, when we look at one symptom, such as hypertension, it is not just one symptom. Actually, it's an underlying cause of many, many things that in our body already showing the sign, hey, you got to do something. It's not like a pill. You pop the pill in and you can solve it, because it's the medication for those chronic diseases can only mask your symptom, but not really treat the underlying cause.
Yeah, so I can talk about cholesterol. Now, how many people are taking cholesterol medications? But according to study, there's only 2% of population that are born with high cholesterol gene. 2%. I know that because I'm one of the 2%. I've been diagnosed with high cholesterol since my 20s, college time. And they have ruled everything. And then later on, I had a genetic study at the Mayo Clinic to verify that I do carry the high cholesterol gene. I'm 1 or 2%. So initially, I didn't feel good to let people know that I'm taking cholesterol medication because I'm teaching lifestyle.
Right.
But then later on, realized, no, it's just like type 1 diabetes. We're born with it. But the point is, it's only 2%. So how many people, they say, oh, it's genetic, it's run in the family? It's only 2%. So it really is, you have to look at the lifestyle. You inherit the lifestyle. You share the lifestyle.
Right. And then, so for all this lifestyle, again, all these chronic diseases is just a symptom, but the risk is all this chronic disease can easily affect what happen is the cognitive health and also cancer. We kind of with a lifestyle, we pull the trigger of what additional terminal disease that we could get into.
Well, I want to share one interesting facts about cholesterol. Right now, the magic, the wonder drug for cholesterol is statins. The research was done in 1970s. They found that statin can inhibit the HMG-CoA enzyme that makes cholesterol. And however, they also had a follow-up research showing that if there's a presence of saturated fat, the statin doesn't work as well.
Oh, wow.
So who is talking about that? You're just prescribing the statin to everyone. But they didn't tell you that if you have saturated fat, it's not going to work very well. So you just keep increasing the dosage. Instead of telling patients that, hey, cut down your saturated fat.
Right.
Yeah,
and in fact, we have seen Rochester Clinic has helped so many people normalize their cholesterol level, and just by adopting their their eating habit. Okay. Strip out the processed food, stop the soda, stop the sugary food. Those are not good for our body.
Right. And that's another reason we do not promote veganism. Because you look at the health, vegan is not always healthy. Just like you mentioned, they could be drinking soda, eating sugar, and they're still vegan. So we want to make sure in terms of health, we want to make sure it's whole food, plant-based, it's plant-forward. It's 100% animal-free. That's great, but just don't get stuck with the word vegan.
And also check the nutrition fact on the label. If you are buying the whole food, plant-based, like a fresh produce, there's no label for you to read. But if you are buying the packaged food, then you certainly need to read the label, because there are a lot of marketing language. It can be the booby trap for people just buy those products, but in fact it is not healthy. So when the packages say healthy, organic, doesn't mean they are good for your body.
I remember one time I pick out something and it say MSG free, no MSG.
Okay.
And I look at the ingredient, it say monosulfate glutamate.
Funny.
No
Yeah.
MSG,
Yeah.
just monosulfate glutamate. Anyway.
So now I'll let you go back to the upcoming event that we are going to have.
Sure. The upcoming event start out with today. Well, we actually have the healthy brand grant from the Minnesota Department of Health. So we promote a healthy brand. And but what is really coming up is also October is a breast cancer awareness month.
Right.
And so we will have the first let's be breast cancer rally in Rochester, Minnesota on Friday, October
10th. Yes. So we will kick off the first week. The abbreviation is the LBBC. On October 10th in Rochester, Minnesota. Okay, we emphasize in Minnesota. The LBBC is a great initiative. Initiative started from Physician Committee for Responsible Medicine, PCRM, and now has been launched internationally. So there are so many great people, leaders at each location. They want to support this initiative. So now we are so grateful to be able to have this opportunity partner with other nonprofit organizations such as a breast cancer support network to make the awareness of what can we do to prevent, also manage, and even to prevent from the cancer recurring. So please come to join us. And if at a time that we are not able to release this soon enough for October 10th, we have another event on October 24th.
So first, I want to remind people that it's not just for women. Men could get breast cancer too. Now, one of my best friends in college actually had a breast cancer, and he had a mastectomy. So it's not just for men. I mean, it's not just for women. Make sure men you pay attention to it too. And October 10th, the first rally, we will play the video from a breast surgeon, Dr. Christy Funk.
Yes.
And then on October 24th, we'll play the video from an oncology registered dietitian. And so they will talk about lifestyle, especially nutrition, how that affects breast cancer.
And of course, wherever we go, any healthy event that we host, we have the delicious food samples. And you can always taste it and chat with May.
Yes.
Okay.
And then we will have the recipe. We also have recipe ebook available.
Yes. So we found that has been very helpful when we kind of organize several great recipes plus some health information according to the specific theme that we focus on each month. So for example, October will focus on the cancer. And then November, we will do the
Alzheimer's.
Alzheimer's or diabetes. There are so many great topics for us to share with the audience.
Right. And before we end, I want to emphasize our upcoming Community Awareness Symposium in April 2026. Put that in your calendar so you can have time off. It's won't be a surprise in a few months. So our keynote speaker is the current president of American Medical Association, Dr. Bobby Magmula. He is the first lifestyle medicine board certified physician to lead AMA. So he is considered one of the most influential people in US healthcare. So don't miss this opportunity to listen to his talk. And he's also going to conduct a grand rounds, a medicine grand rounds at the Mayo Clinic at that time. So don't
We
miss.
also, and we also have the very welcomed, popular GI doctor, Dr. Will Boswitz. So I'm so excited that he's going to share his wealth of knowledge with our audience and the community. Of course, he is going to the grand round at Women's Health Department at Mayo Clinic. And the gut health is such a very popular topics from many people.
So you know he is very famous, and just like me, we're the one of 26. But I'm Dr. J and he's Dr. B. It's only 26 alphabets.
All right. So so that is, and of course Brenda Davis is coming. She is a international well-respected religious dietitian. And she has such a great passion. Oh, and my hero always, Dr. Neil Barnard from Physician Committee for Responsible Medicine. He devoted his more than 40 years of the career to promote the prevention.
Yep. Okay, so we had a report on our European trip, and we are upcoming events. So, well,
and we are going to have a great guest that going to introduce it to the audience in the next couple of weeks. So just stay tuned for our next podcast.
That's right. Yes. So thank you for joining us. I'm Dr. J.
I'm May,
your trusty guide. So to the whole person wellness, one step
and one bite at the time. Thank you. We'll see you next time.
Thank you. Bye now.